Mega GMs, Sunday edition. Great to see you. Market's green. Who would have thought? Especially on a Sunday. Volume typically very low on a Sunday. Not usually expecting to see much action. Now the green, I'm going to show you in a moment here. Barely green. Just barely. Some news about Rec League. A little PvP marketplace battle action that led to an 800 ETH profit. Scamish? Maybe. Am I smiling about it? Yeah. Let's take a look at that index here. Up 0.01%. Like I mentioned, barely up. But we'll take it. Screenshot this. When we're in the thick of a decline and you need to remind yourself of what green looks like, take a peek at that screenshot. We do what we have to do to survive. Your top 10 collections. CryptoSlam's top collection rankings based by sales volume, D-Market. In the top spot. My little self over here. There we go. D-Market, Bored Ape Yacht Club, Gods Unchained, Sorare. Followed by Mutant Ape Yacht Club, The Captains, Tensorian Shards, Art Blocks, Play NFT, and the king of NFTs, the CryptoPunks. Love to see it. Global volume trending down 18% since yesterday. You notice volume trending down, but the index trending up. Again, they're not measuring the same thing. The index measuring the value of NFTs. Similar to floor price, but not quite. It's its own unique metric, but it is measuring the value. Whereas the sales volume is measuring how much total across the ecosystem, including new projects. Yesterday finished with 11 million in sales, about 5 million of that wash trades. The trade profits. Well, sellers in the negative again. Right, so the first time in a month that sellers actually made profits. Now, back in the negative to the tune of $1 million. Today, also trending that way. It's a rough market. We'll focus on the green today, right? That's our win. Rec League. We talked about this a couple times this week. This is the new Web3 blockchain video game backed by Animoca Brands. Announced today by Yatsu, the founder of Animoca Brands. Rec League, the mint will take place only in ApeCoin. That is Yuga Labs cryptocurrency. Airdrop to holders of Bored Apes. Each ape got their allocation per ape. Some of these apes made millions of dollars. Big money. One of the best examples of utility for an NFT we've seen yet. Own the NFT, get the token airdrop for free. Wild. Okay, so Rec League will only mint in ApeCoin, surely driving the price of ApeCoin up. In fact, it is. Let's see if I can find that here real quick. Yeah. As you would expect here. Up almost, 5%. Coin's almost at $2. Probably coincides right with the public finding out that juicy bit of info. Very bullish for the Yuga ecosystem, bullish for NFTs in general, seeing things we've dreamed of, these use cases put into practice, being done hopefully in an excellent way, but with these brands, you'd expect nothing less. Very cool news for the space. I'm hoping to get a whitelist. I joined the waitlist, applied for it at least. And if I make it, I have to go buy some ApeCoin, meaning you now have some demand on that token, hence price going up. Okay, that PvP battle. On the Blur Marketplace, you have bidders. You have sellers, all farming Blur reward points. Well, one bidder noticed somebody was copying his bids. He bids 5 ETH. We're going to throw out a random number. He bids 5 ETH on an NFT. Well, someone, and more specifically, someone's bot, automatically goes and copies his bid. So he bids 5 ETH, the bot bids 5 ETH. Or he bids 5 ETH, the bot bids 5.01. Well, he didn't like that. He put in a lot of work into developing his plan, his strategy to buy NFTs, to farm these rewards, and somebody just copying his plan, it cheapens it a little bit. It's a little like stealing in a way, right? Well, this Giga Chad, he listed his Azukis. He threw in bids for 50 ETH. The bot copied the bids. He accepted the bot's bids. Beautiful game. Good game, game over. Dude walked away with 800 ETH. Almost $2 million, right? You have to imagine that bot trader not happy. But if you're going to trade with bots, you better know what you're doing. You better expect that you're excellent with your bot or you're going to lose, because these guys are gangsters with how they trade and how they game systems and they game your bot. I love to see it. It's really hard to trade with bots in the mix. They front run you. They're running with all kinds of algorithms to out-trade you, while the user sits back, probably isn't even in the same room, probably is on vacation somewhere, earning easy money. A lot of these bots you can just buy. So yes, some people put a lot of work into their bots. Others, not so much. They just need to have a lot of money. And then when you have that much money, you just make money easily, just casually, because you get tools that others maybe can't have access to. I don't feel so bad here. It's nice to see somebody else win. I like to see the bots beaten, to be totally honest. Now, there may be a problem here. User I really like to follow his content, Tyler. Tyler mentioned that this may not be entirely legal. Not his words exactly, right? But he said this is the definition of bid spoofing. I imagine bid spoofing, putting in fake bids on financial assets, which these aren't classified yet as securities, but fake bidding is probably not legal. But then again, neither is wash trading. Wash trading is illegal. So the difference here is NFTs are not considered securities yet. So is bid spoofing illegal? Well, if it is, I would assume that wash trading is illegal, and then you have a much bigger problem. You have more people in trouble here. We'll definitely be watching how this plays out. Looks like we'll see some big CryptoPunk sales this week. Really awesome APE CryptoPunk has an offer of just over $2 million, 1,100 ETH, and some hoodie punks. We saw a few sell earlier in the week for $300,000. Well, we see a couple $300,000 bids, one of them almost 400. I think it's this guy right here, probably has 400,000. So yeah, looks like a couple big CryptoPunk sales on the horizon, especially with Beeple now in that collection as a community member and throwing parties for the CryptoPunk community. You may see a CryptoPunk run. If you can't afford a CryptoPunk, maybe a V1 CryptoPunk. Maybe that suits you. The first edition of CryptoPunks, the error print, if you will, of CryptoPunks. May do a segment on those because they are, I believe, historic. I used to own one. I would like to own one again. I love those. Finally, a lot of news, well, I would say more last year, but also earlier this year about royalties in the NFT space, well, all but evaporating. Content creators not making money on secondary sales, being largely cut out of those creator royalties, those creator fees. And marketplaces also not enforcing them, also cutting their own fees, really to keep traders attracted to the platform, giving them a little more ETH in their sales, a little more margin. Zora, new blockchain, newer NFT platform. They have their interesting way of addressing this issue by including creators with a portion of the platform fees. Okay, so it looks like if you, as a creator, as an artist, have a free mint on their platform, you get 42%. It says minimum, so you get at least 42% of the platform's fees. You get them yourself. Now, NFTs, paid mints, paid NFTs, you keep 100% of those royalties. This is a very interesting way to win over creators, to win over trading volume. I know plenty of traders who would love to support artists on platforms that they know rewards those artists, that rewards those creators. So, really, I think important mechanic. Let's see if other marketplaces follow suit. Initially, the marketplaces followed each other, cutting fees to zero. Let's see if we swing the opposite direction and platforms start, well, enforcing fees or sharing fees. OpenSea's minimum fee, it's either 0.5 or it's 2.5. They've changed it quite a bit over the past year. It's hard to keep track of. Either way, picture 0.5 or 2.5 of 50 ETH, of 100 ETH. There's major sales all the time on that platform, and just the volume of sales on OpenSea anyways, also on Blur. It'd be great to see content creators and artists get cut in on this more and more. Zora, I think it's brilliant. Way to go. You know what? I was going to end there. But how do you not mention Elvis Presley avatars in the Sandbox game? I love these. We've had Hell's Kitchen avatars, Snoop Dogg avatars, Paris Hilton. Did we have Martha Stewart avatars? We might have. We really might have. I can't quite remember. Bruce Lee avatars too. People love these. They're great little collectibles, but knowing this could be your forever avatar to run around in the Sandbox game, maybe outside of the Sandbox game too. But it won't be too far off till we're running around as these pop culture icons, or running around as our avatars, our Cyberkongs, our Meebits. It's going to be a very awesome time then when we're living in the metaverse, we're spending our time in the metaverse, sharing our digital assets. It is a different world on the horizon. One that we'll be seeing 3,000 editions of Elvis Presley in. Pretty darn cool. All right, there's your news for Sunday. Anything else breaking later, I'll be back. Otherwise, we're going to do a week review, either tonight or tomorrow. But Sunday caps off our week at CryptoSlam, our data, so we'll have a full week's worth of data to share, to go over and analyze. I'm excited to share that with you. Until then, have a great rest of your weekend. Goodbye.